Investigators have reportedly found a deceased woman on a couch and a daughter living upstairs during a welfare check. At 10:52 a.m. on the 23rd of August, the authorities responded to 218 Windsor Drive in Petaluma, California, to conduct a welfare check because they hadn't seen the resident for some time and packages had piled up on her porch. Neighbours reportedly went to check on the resident, but knocks went unanswered. When deputies arrived at the property, they tried making contact with the resident inside, but they also received no response. Concerned for the welfare of the occupant, they made the decision to make entry into the home. After making their way inside, officers discovered a deceased female in the living room and a woman upstairs who claimed to be the decedent's daughter. The investigators described the deceased woman's body as being in advanced stages of decomposition and said she had likely been dead for about a year. The woman told investigators that her mother died in April of 2021 from natural causes. Her daughter was transported to a nearby hospital for evaluation and treatment. The forensic team then took the mother's body for identification and to determine her cause of death. The authorities then placed a red tag on the home due to the interior conditions of the home being uninhabitable. The investigation into the matter continues. A dispute over an incorrect order has led to a shooting at a Wendy's restaurant. The incident occurred at around 8 p.m. on the 17th of August, when officers responded to reports of shots fired at a Wendy's store located at 5555 El Dorado Parkway in Frisco, Texas. Deputies were told a customer in the drive-thru was unhappy with his order and then entered the restaurant and began arguing with the staff. After the dispute, the customer went to his car where he grabbed a pistol and fired it into the front of the restaurant before fleeing the scene. The authorities said that no one was struck by the gunfire and damage to the building was limited. After reviewing surveillance footage, the investigators identified 19-year-old Christian Ellis as a suspect. Christian was arrested on the 19th of August for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Two other people who were in the car with Christian at the time of the shooting, 19-year-old Tyrone McLeod and 33-year-old Chiquita Gillespie, were arrested and charged with failure to report a felony. The authorities said that Christian posted a $100,000 bail and was released. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison. Police said that Tyrone posted bail after being held in lieu of $5,000. Chiquita's bond was set at $5,000 and she was transported to the Collin County Jail. Both face up to a year in prison if convicted. 81-year-old Kay Morrison and a 54-year-old daughter Kimberly Morrison are accused of burning and suffocating 87-year-old Kenneth Morrison, who's Kay's ex-husband and Kimberly's father. The authorities said that Kenneth was reported missing in March, though he hadn't been seen since January. Detectives started questioning Kay and Kimberly after Keith's disappearance and executed a search warrant at the home, located in the 1100 block of Harvest Road in Lewiston, Idaho, during the early morning hours of the 16th of August and arrested them. The authorities said that Kay and Kimberly both played a part in drugging Kenneth and then suffocating him in their home. They reportedly discussed their plan in text messages with each other, which allegedly involved giving Kenneth lorazepam and liquid morphine without his knowledge over several weeks. On the 6th of January, Kimberly and Kay allegedly taped Kenneth to a wheelchair and suffocated him to death with a bag over his head. Kimberly allegedly told the investigators that her mother had been poisoning Kenneth with lorazepam and morphine without his knowledge. Kay, however, reportedly said that Kimberly had been giving Kenneth the drugs to mellow him out. Kay told detectives that she put a large bag over Kenneth's head to suffocate him, while Kimberly tied him to a wheelchair. Kimberly said they either used a garbage bag or a turkey roasting bag, but decided against a grocery bag. Kimberly and Kay tested the grocery bag by placing it over Kimberly's head and found it wouldn't work as well. After killing Kenneth, Kimberly allegedly wrapped Kenneth's body in canvas, stored it outside the home, surrounded it with wood, and set it on fire on top of a car hood. Kimberly reportedly lit more fires in the same area after burning her father. Kay then confirmed the information Kimberly had shared. Kay and Kimberly are held at the Nez Perce County Jail and are charged with murder. Their bonds are set at $1 million each. The motive of the attack is unknown, as investigation into the matter continues. 38-year-old Udell Burno is behind bars after she allegedly ran over a 40-year-old boyfriend, Shimeto Clark. The incident occurred at around 8:45 p.m. on the 20th of August, and the authorities responded to reports of a person trapped under a vehicle outside a home located in the 6100 block of Floral Park Road in Brandywine, Maryland. When officers arrived, they found Shamato dead at the scene after allegedly being intentionally run over by his girlfriend Udell, causing fatal injuries. She was arrested and charged with vehicular manslaughter and remains held at the Department of Corrections without bond. The authorities did not disclose the motive of their killing. Court records indicate that Udell has been charged in several domestic violence cases since 2005.